Thank you for joining me today. And as we start part 3 of the wedding journal series, and I've got here the second journal signature that we're going to put in. Okay, as you see here, we went over this one last time. Okay, and
here it is. So I added the white rose to his jacket, to his lapel, you know, very third dimensional. And to her dress, I added also the roses. They were already there, but I added actual roses to give it that 3D effect as well. So I'm going to bring it up so you can see it a little closer. And there's the rose that I added for him. As you see, I glued it down. And then her dress. You see, there are actual flowers that I have glued to the end of her dress. All right. And here's the one. So, you know, I had added earrings to her. And there it is. But I think the veil was just too plain. I added her veil and I went ahead and put a little headdress. And then I added the flowers here in the bottom just to give it that little extra. Now we're going to start with our part 3. So here is the signature, and here is the men's suit. Okay, this is the groom. And I have the flower. So I've got the flower that I'm going to glue down on his lapel. And then I found this, and I was going to stick it here. And then I said, would this one look nicer, even though it is the cream colored one, but I wondered if that would look nicer instead, you know, if that would look nice there, and just do away with this one and just leave it like that. So we're going to come back to it. You see, it is what matches. It is what goes there, you know. And then I was going to, you see this little red one, I was going to go ahead and just put that one there. But I don't know. So we're going to come back to it. So here we have, I have the lace already cut that we're going to put on the edge. You know, it's one yes, one no, one yes, one no. We alternate. But there's work to be done. There's work to be done before we do that. That'll be the last thing that we're going to do. My little pearl thing fell off of this page. Let me put it back. Oh my. I don't know why it's not staying. But, okay. So, we're going to start as we did the last one. We're going to start from the bottom up. Okay? There's really nothing here to do. This is a beautiful page. Little edge of the pearly paper on the bottom. You know, this is where that lace is going to be glued down on. You know, and as I explained, this is the love letter that Mr. Spencer Hoover wrote to Lucilda on June 26, 1988. Okay, and this is the letter that he had wrote to her. You know, why he, you know, that he's financially well off to take care of her. And the qualities here, it goes on. The reason why it's backwards is here because of course we would read from here to this way, but because of the way the page folds. The page folds this way. And I need this to be on top, so when you get to the back of the book, you have it on this side. So I needed that to be on there. Because it didn't dawn on me to have this print on half of this page here. But I wanted the wedding invitation, I wanted the reception. Well, it's just that it worked out this way. So this is what it is. This is a beautiful letter that he wrote to her. In the end, him proposing and how he is affectionately and wholeheartedly waiting for her answer. And, well, we all know how that ended. because we're doing their wedding journal. This is their wedding invitation, and this is their reception at the cotillion parlor. There, okay? So there's nothing to be done on this page as well. So now we continue. You know, I keep saying the word so. So this, so that. I need to stop that. I don't know why that has stuck to me, but it really is making me nuts. I'm going to try to do my best to be aware so I don't keep doing that, okay? Here we have the next page. So on this one here, I think I got this off of Temu, one of those little pads. And I'm going to do a little side pocket. I'm going to glue here, here, and here. Do a little side pocket. And on this one, I'm just going to glue it here, here, and here, and a little side pocket that way, okay? And whoever gets this journal, they can put their own little something here, own little something here, should they wish to, okay? This is the page that would be getting the lace here at the edge, okay? So after I get done, well, I'm going to do the whole page, the whole back. So I said it again. I'm going to stop that. Now, once we finish this, I will move on to this page. So I write down what I need to do. I am going to put the little corners right here. I'm not going to glue the picture down because whoever gets it might want to put their own wedding picture in here, should they wish to. But I am going to turn this into a pocket from the top. So therefore, I am going to leave this open so you can put in an ephemera, a memory, a something in here, okay? Insert ephemera, a memory. So that's what I was doing here on this picture. So let's work on this page. And then we're going to flip it over. I have these two pockets, and I have the black and white photo that I'm going to put the corners on as well, okay? So I'm going to move this over, and let's start on this page. Oh, more than one Post-it note here. All right. Oh, and I did my nails, y'all. I did it for the fall colors. Isn't that cute? So I did them. Very pretty. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to get my little corners. I got these little tabs. I had got them from Hobby Lobby. And we're going to put in the corners. They already have glue, but I always put a little extra on there because, you know, sometimes it becomes a little flimsy and it doesn't quite stick. There we go. There we go. There we go. Can't put it down because then it's going to stick to the paper. All right. I love these little corner things. They really are cute. There we go. Make sure they're nice and snug. All right. And there. But I do want to give it that little extra glue. Okay. Let me flip it around carefully. Just gonna put like a little dollop. Because again, it does already have glue on there, but I just want to make sure it doesn't come off. There's nothing worse that things start falling apart on the book that you just got, you know? I wouldn't be happy about that. Okay, so let me make sure it's nice and snug. And, oh wait, because I'm turning this into, is this the one that I was turning into a pocket? Yes, I am turning this one into a pocket. But then if I am, they can't put their own picture in here. All right.
but I still want the corners. I'm gonna do it in a pocket. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the edge to not take up so much room, which is the bottom. This is the bottom. Just putting it a little bit along the line. And remember, we're not putting any on the top because that's where you're gonna slide. Okay. Where does it fold? Here, okay. Wanna make sure. Okay. And that is done. Okay, perfect. And then on here, we're doing our pockets as well. Here. There and there. Okay. So it's the side, I'm putting it. You know, I keep complaining about this group because it's so stringy.
Okay, so now I am going to glue this one down. Such a pretty paper. Okay. And there. We can stick something here on the side, stick something there. Oh, I just realized. I really should have put this one in the bottom and the other one on top. Let me see. Okay. I was able to save that. Okay. So, like that. So that side is done. And we're going to flip this over, of course. This goes here. And we're going to do our pockets. Okay? This in the middle and this here. Let me see. Because one has to fit just right. Let me bring it lower. Like that. I'll put this one like right here so that this fits not awkwardly sticking out. Okay, and it's just right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stick this down. You know, I was never a crafty person. I wasn't. I started discovering my craftiness. Well, I used to do soaps, lip balms, and body butters. But it's expensive to do it, you know? And if you can't buy in bulk, it gets really costly. And nobody's gonna buy it from you because you got Bed Bath & Beyond, you know, that will sell you all these candles, you know, buy two, get one free, that type of deal. And when Christmas comes around, I mean, they have amazing sales. I mean, I love, not Bath and Body Works. There we go, not Bed Bath & Beyond. Bath and Body Works.
and they would have these amazing sales, and you know, and I didn't have the money to buy in extreme amounts, you know, so I can bring down my cost down. But you know, I did sell some. I did. But everything started going up after COVID. Everything quadrupled, and nothing was shipping. It was a nightmare. I couldn't get my orders out because that was the time that people were buying everything online. It was the best time, but you couldn't ship. Nothing was on time. No products. Everything was on back order. It was horrible. It was horrible. And well, I had invested everything I had in it, and well, I had to give it up. I had to give it up. So now I just do it for personal use, you know. I used to do it for just friends, but I don't even do that anymore. So I just concentrated in, like everybody else, finding a job, you know. Even though I was at the same job for over 20 years, you know, we had to shut down just the same. But God is good because I was rehired, you know, shortly after. And I'm grateful for that. But my kids, you know, now moved away. My son my oldest, you know, moved out of the house. He's going to be a daddy. I'm going to be a first-time granny. Yep. And my oldest son, right out of high school, he worked at this place for a year, gained a lot of knowledge, and then he was recruited by this other company. And they moved him away to Ohio, to Virginia. Now he's going to be going to Pennsylvania. So I am an empty nester. Yep. And it didn't hit me until, you know, that Thanksgiving year. I packed up all his stuff. We rented a U-Haul. And I drove that U-Haul with his car hitched in the back. Yep, I sure did. And I drove 18 hours straight. We only stopped to get gas and get something to eat. You know, my son didn't have the experience to drive a truck. And, well, I did. So I did the haul, and I did it all in one shot. And moved him in, spent the weekend just moving him in. I bought everything that he needed for his apartment, got him ready, going, and you know, my oldest son came up, helped us because my youngest he can't hammer a nail to save his life. So that's just the way it is, you know. My oldest son, he's a handy dandy. He's the handy dandy guy, you know. And so, you know, we took care of all that other stuff, and well, we left him set, honestly. But when I got back and I saw that empty room, it hit me. It really did. And then I said, you know, I'm going to fix up that room. I occupied my brain. That's what I did. So I don't have to concentrate on the sorrow that my kids are not here, you know. And I fixed up that room. I dolled it up. Beautiful, you know, all great. And then it hit me again. I'm like, you know, it's the silence. You don't hear the laughter, them playing on the, you know, the PlayStation and carrying on, and them eating at all hours. Me complaining. I missed it. I missed it, folks. I missed them so much. I felt that emptiness. I sure did. And I cried and cried and cried, you know. And I told myself, okay, I'm going to let you be sad. And this is my rule of thumb for everything. You got 48 hours to get it out of your system, and we need to keep it moving. And that's that. And no more of this crying stuff. This is it. And I did that.
So this is this page, which we have nothing to do. Let me tell you something about this. This is called The White Ribbons and Lace, and it's by Patterns Bus. I love these patterns of the ribbons and lace. It is, I can't say enough of it. You're going to see more. It is so delicate, so beautiful. And I found this translucent corrugated paper, you know, to give it that crinkly look, and I love it. I just love it. I hope you can see it well on camera, but I love it. So now here we have to put the corners on this one. Now on this one is folks, in the description, I wrote down all these digitals. I bought them. I bought them all, and I'm in love with them. And I picked them, you know, specific. I was very specific as to why I was getting it and from who. So it takes a long time to pick the digitals of what you want, how you want your book to come alive, you know. So in this picture, she has like a little brooch here. So I found this antique button. You see, it's an antique color button. It's beautiful. And I'm gonna put it right there, and I'm gonna bunch up this tulle to mimic this lace that she has coming down here, so that I can give it the pleats. You know, you gotta scrunch it. So you gotta do this to give it the pleats on there.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down here and I'm going to put the pearl, but I got to cinch it. I got to cinch it in such a way. Hold on. Let me see if I put it this way. I'd be able to see it just a little better. Okay. And then the ends, because they're not that even, you got to fold it in a little more. There you go. Does it have the pleats that I like enough? Yes. So I am oh, I said it again. You know, if you guys count how many sows I say and put it in the comments, I'm going to send you a little something. That means I'm going to have to go back and count it myself because I don't even know. But I tell you, I'm trying to break that habit. Okay. Perfect. You see? You see how it's cinched at the waist like that? That's what I want. And that's what I need. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to glue this little bit right here. Okay. I'm going to do it in between the pleats. No. Now, you see in the picture how it's bunched up here in the bottom? I want to give it that bunchy look. You see? I want to do that. And there it is. Now, if I can just get it to glue in that position, it'd be great. I'm just going to... Junk with Steph. I believe these are her digitals. And I love it. There we go. Love it, love it. So now we're going to put the corners on here. Because remember, whoever gets this, they, you know, I want it to be that they have options that they can put in their own photos here, should they wish to or not. But I want it to be an option, a choice that they make. Okay. Look at that, how beautiful that is. That is just beautiful. So I'm going to put her corners.
this one really sticks hard. Huh. Wow. The other ones didn't stick as hard as these. These are like really holding on to dear life. Okay. All right. There you go. There you go. And there you go. I think that came out very pretty, didn't it? Wait, I want to make sure I'm in camera. And you can see how beautiful it really did come out. Okay. Glue the back of these things. Okay. And there we go. Wonderful. Very nice. Okay, on this one, I had come up with the idea that I was going to Mod Podge it, but I wanted to give it a texture. So I was either gonna frame it like this, you know, just glue the tool to it, or Mod Podge it with the tool on top to give it that texture so that when I lift it, it'll have the Mod Podge. Is that going to work? I don't know, but I would like to try. If it doesn't work out, I'll reprint it. You know, I should have had it ready. I didn't even reprint it. So, you see how it gives it like, I don't know, even gives it like another dimension, texture to the picture. So, we're gonna give it a go. Let's just give it a try and see what happens, okay? So the Mod Podge I use is the Mod Podge Gloss, okay? I've got my thing here. Let me make sure I have my water, because you gotta make sure that you clean the brush, okay? Afterwards. So, here goes nothing. So let me, where's my paper that I don't care about? Here we go. I'm gonna lift it up. It worked. The texture is on it. Oh man, I love that. Wait, because I don't want it to stick. To the paper. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Uh-oh. All right. Now we're gonna let that dry. Okay. See a little flaky something. There we go. I got it off. So we're gonna let that dry, okay? And we'll come back to it. But que belleza. What a beauty. And it gave it the texture of the tulle transferred on here. And you can feel it. Okay, so we're gonna hang that out to dry. And we'll come back to that. So we know that that goes on this page here, the blank page. I'm gonna put my brush in water because, again, very important, you don't leave that glue on there. So with this page, because we're letting that one dry, okay? So we're gonna move that on, and now we're gonna come to the next one. Okay, here is the writing paper. You can write your memories, what you thought about, how you felt, anything. This is your writing area here, okay? And this is where I'm gonna put the lace. Okay, so we are going to glue this down. Let me bring this out and out and out. Okay, so I was gifted this snippet from a rack. Either I won it on a raffle or I was gifted it. It's one or the other. But you see how there's like a snippet here type thing? Well, maybe not exact, but I think this matches beautifully. And I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna glue it across because I'm gonna leave it as an option that maybe somebody might wanna put something here. And you can also write a little something, either or. But I'm gonna leave the middle open and I'm only gonna glue this here, okay? I have to find the middle of this, so I have to cut this right here. Let's see. Okay. And we are going to glue it down. What I have in this little bottle is Fabri-Tac. So we are going to, oh, this, wait a minute. Okay, no, this is the front. Okay. Yeah. So I am only gonna glue the edges again because I want to leave it as an option. To make sure, because when I sew this down, I need the space. So there you go. Okay. Okay. So that is that part. And then here we have what looks like a little doily type here and the hanging lace. Now this is by Cheryl Francis Art Digitals. Cheryl Francis, and it's called Layered Lace. And I love her digitals as well. Love it. So I didn't want to put the doilies, but I found a piece of trim that looks a lot like this. So I want to put this trim here. And then you see how it's scalloped here? So I want to put the scalloped lace here as well. Doesn't this scalloped lace remind you of something? The dress on the previous signature. Yep. So I want to be able to do that. So let me see. Because again, it's going to fold over. Okay. Like that. I'll trim that off. And I will glue this here like that. My husband just got home. Don't be shocked if he comes in here talking, so I'll just have to edit it out. There we go. Like that. To bring it higher. Because I really want the lace to be on top of the lace, and I really wanted this to be there, but it's not quite working out.
I'm going to glue the fabric here to here, and I'll trim that excess off. Okay. And I'm going to put the glue right on. I'm not going to put it in the corners because I'm going to have to cut that out. It's going to stick to my scissors. So right on the seam. Go. Oh, I said I wasn't going to put it at the edge, and I did. That's called distraction. All right. It is what it is. So I want to put it up evenly as much as I can, you know. And I will trim the edge, okay? Where the pleats are, I'm bunching it there. That's why I'm doing that. Picture, and it's dry. Folks, I don't know if you can tell. Can you? Can you see the texture? I can't see because my iPad is on the iPad and it covers the screen, so I can't see if you can see it. I can't. But I hope you can. But it's beautiful. And you feel the texture of it as well. So I'm going to bring that back. We're gonna put the corners and we're gonna glue this baby down. And here's the next page. And you know that page that I was showing you, the crinkly page that's transparent? It is this page right here. Isn't she a beautiful? This is Patterns and Lace. It's the white ribbon and it's by Patterns Bus. And I love it. I love it. Look how beautiful that look. right? Nothing to do on that page.
Now, here is the back part. And I wanted to do a ribbon to look like this, to give it that pop, you know. I couldn't. I tried and I tried and I couldn't. I came up with this idea with the doilies, you know. I was gonna stick it there, but it just doesn't translate well. And when you close the book, it's gonna flatten it, it's gonna smush it, and you know what? I don't like it. So I'm leaving it as is. But I did find this ribbon, okay? It's not the same, but it's a beautiful ribbon as well. And I am going to glue this here. Let me tell you something. It took, I don't know how many tries it took for me to get this bow. And at that, it's still a little wonky. I think this is bigger than this one. And it's so aggravating. It really is. But I don't want to keep touching it because I kept touching it and it kept getting worse and worse. So I'm like, okay, leave it alone, Acelia. Just leave it alone. So, yeah. So I have this bow here. I put it. And then I have these wedding rings. I just tied it in the back with a little bow. And
I hung these wedding rings. Look at that, how cute. This will be hers and this is his. Remember, this is the 1800s. It's not like now we have all these gaudy wedding rings. I mean, it's not gaudy, but you know, still not the same. So this is from the 1800s and it's got a diamond and his is a solitaire. But it's the same, they match. So I said, you know what? I wanted to hang the wedding rings somewhere. So that's what I did. There's the wedding ring. So I'm gonna glue this down and I'm keeping the wedding rings right there dangling. I think that's special. That really is.
So now we're coming to the last page. You know how I told you that I was going to tell you something about these digils? So I am going to tell you something, but after I dress her up. So I have a thing that says Mod Podge and jewelry because we're going to bedazzle her. Remember that? Bedazzle. Yeah. Every time I look at this guy, I'm like, he looks like maybe a young Brad Pitt or something, you know? Those beautiful blue eyes. Yep. So, we're going to Mod Podge this to give it that nice shimmer, you know, that little extra texture on it. Okay. But let me do this side first. Sorry. Let me do this side first because I'm going to have to let it dry. So, here is my belly band, as I had mentioned before. We're going to glue her down, top and bottom. And like I said, this is the little keepsake. This can be the picture that the groom keeps in his wallet of his beautiful bride. So we're going to put that like that, there. And that will be put in there. Let me glue this down. Okay. I love all my digitals, let me tell you. I am so happy with the choice I made with the digitals because everything just matches. It's beautiful, it's delicate, it's exactly what I wanted. Okay, and here I have my little my birth certificate, the marriage certificate that I told you about. You know, I used even the last names and the names from back then in the 1800s at Lafayette, Louisiana. Yep. And I picked Louisiana because of my beautiful adopted sister, Shabby Chick Cajun, you know, because she's Cajun. So I did that. I did the personalities in Louisiana in honor of her. So yep. So we're done with this side. Here we go. So cute. I really love this. And now we're gonna Mod Podge this part. After I Mod Podge it, I will put the jewelry, because if I Mod Podge it with the jewelry on, it's going to make a ginormous mess, and I don't want to do that. So let me get my little brush. I already cleaned out the glue. Have my little napkin. Okay, make sure. And let's start. And then we'll put this to dry so I can come back to it and put her jewelry on. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put her jewelry here on the side. Because see on her dress, she's got these crystals. All crystals here on her dress. It's full of crystals here, and I'm going to put the crystals. And then she's got this beautiful big diamond here and a choker. I don't know what I'm going to do there. And then she's got these earrings. Now, here looks like it's a dangling earring, but it looks red. I think it's a diamond, but it's picking up the red background. So it's making it to look red. You see? Here, I can't see it because the back of her hair is here. So I can't see it. I am going to assume it is a clear diamond, a dangly earring diamond, to match her choker and her encrusted dress. And that's what I'm going to put on her. Okay? So, we're going to... Okay, I'm going to move this out the way. And let's look So, see, this is what I'm going to use to run across there. Okay. Let me see. See, she's got it. Coming like this, but she's got like a nice little big one right there. So I'm actually gonna cut it right there so I can put the bigger stone there. Okay. You see, because she has a bigger stone right there. Then, let me move that a little bit over. Let me take this little. Okay, and now we're going to continue from the big stone. And we're going to curve it this way. There. And now, the other strip. And then we have to curve it. I need this to go that way. And then I'm going to cut it right there. I'm going to cut it one more. It's coming out of the cuff of her dress, I think. Well, I have to continue this. I have fat, fumbly fingers, people. Sorry. And I'm not used to this intricate work. Oh, you know, I didn't finish telling you how I got into junk journaling. I mean, it was through the process of being an empty nester. That's why my handle on YouTube is called Acelia Crafty Empty Nester. You know? I teach Bible study, a women's Bible study. And I wanted to do something different. I didn't want them having to purchase an expensive study book because they're getting costly, you know? I think this is bugging me. I think I'm going to have to cut that off. But then I think I'm going to do it too short. But it really is. Like it doesn't belong there. Like it's sticking out to me like a sore thumb. So I'm just going to take that one little stud out. Because you already see how I get. I'm not going to stop thinking and thinking and thinking and then, you know, aha. Right choice, right choice. Right choice. Yes. I just got to get the bigger stone now to go there. So I said, okay, you know, I'm going to make my own, you know, Bible study book. And I started looking up on YouTube on how to do it. And how do I do it? And you know, YouTube will bring you 1,000,001 things. Oh wait, the choker. Hold on. 1,000,001 things. So then I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? You know? You see, I'm going to put one of these bigger stones right smack there in the middle. So this I got at Michael's. So I started looking it up and then something called junk journaling came up, which I had no idea. And y'all been doing this for like over 10 years, apparently. Or 20. You know, or so. I had never even heard of it, honey. Nope. Didn't know what it was. That's way too big. Way too big. Okay. And I have to be careful because, see, she's got this dangly earring, and this is what I wanted to use. You see how it's got a teardrop right here? That's basically what it is. So I need this one, and I need this one. But I need to cut that teardrop off. Because, see, there's only one. This one and this one. This one has two. But I'll just get rid of that one because this and this are the same size. So I'm just going to lift it. Okay, the stone came off the glue. That's okay because I'll just glue it down. Remind me it's there, folks. Okay, so I need to take this off. I'm gonna take that excess glue off. Now I gotta see what it looks like, okay? Because if it's not gonna look right, there's no way I'm putting it on. And that looks too big. Way too big. Let me see on this side. Way too big. No. But this looks like it'd be perfect for right here.
Hold on. So, there you go. Because she has the round stone right there, and she's got a round stone here. So I am going to, what would happen if I use this here? I think it's too big. Yeah, it's too big. So let me glue this stone down. Okay. All right. The stones look very pretty, very shimmery. Very nice. Okay. Gotta do something about the choker. And let me see about putting a small little stone. Just a small one. You know, instead of the dangling like I thought. You see? I think it's the perfect size. It is. That looks beautiful. Okay, another little one.
Want to make sure the ribbon's on the right side. And it's on this side. And I want to glue it at the seam. You don't want to stretch it, you know, because we tend to stretch because it'll it'll bounce back in and it'll get messed up. Okay, so I'm gonna glue the edge. This stringy glue that messed up my picture. Okay. I'm gonna put it on the seam. Don't stretch it. And I'll just cut off the edge. It looks even, yes. Okay. Now this side, same deal. Okay. And I'm not gonna have you see me glue each and every one, so I'm going to edit this.
And you know, I was debating of whether to put this and this here, or just put this here on top of the white. I think this is better because of the scale of it. This sticks out way too much. So you know what? I'm gonna stick with that and leave it like that. I already laced it up. So the next video is going to be the sewing of the two signatures and putting it in the binder, the book, the hardcover. So thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. If you haven't already, please do so. Subscribe and like. Put the alert so you'll be notified the next time I do this. The more people I have subscribed, then I'll be able to do live recordings. But as of yet, I cannot. So it would be great if you can tell your friends or whoever. Share my video on your page. I'd appreciate it. So I thank you very much. I love you. God loves you more. Y los quiero mucho.